The spring of 1941 arrived quietly, too quietly. The birds still sang in the early mornings, but their songs were drowned often by the distant growl of engines and falling echoes of artillery. Cities trembled, streets emptied, hope shrank like mist under the rising sun. In one surviving apartment building lived Amelia Rowan, a young pianist whose music had once filled concert halls. Now she played only when the night was calm enough, her fingers gliding on dusty keys, weaving fragments of beauty through the broken city. The neighbors said her music kept them from forgetting who they were before the war. One evening, while the sun bled into the horizon and smoke drifted from distant fires, a soft knock came at her door. When she opened it, she found a soldier leaning weakly against the wall. He was barely older than she, his uniform torn, his arm wrapped in a makeshift bandage. "My apologies," he managed, "but your music. I heard it from the street." His name was Daniel Hale, a communications officer whose squad had been separated during an air raid. He looked exhausted, but his eyes softened when he glanced at the old piano inside. Amelia brought him in, gave him water, and let him sit by the window. "You play," he said quietly, "as if you are keeping the world alive." She looked down at her hands. "Music is all I have left to give." Night fell, and she played for him, a soft, trembling lullaby once written by her father. Daniel listened with closed eyes, as if each note stitched together something broken inside him. For a few days he stayed, helping her fix windows, bringing bread from the relief station, telling stories about the stars he used to study before the war. But peace never lasted long. One evening, as Amelia began to play, the sky thundered with aircraft. The ground shook, windows rattled. Daniel rushed to the door. "Into the shelter!" he shouted. But a bomb struck the building beside them, sending shock waves through the air. The apartment trembled, and part of the ceiling collapsed, trapping them inside. Dust swirled. The piano lay half buried beneath bricks. Amelia coughed, her voice weak. "Daniel, the door." He checked it. Blocked. No way out. Then she saw him look at the crushed piano, a sorrow deeper than fear clouding his eyes. He whispered, "I'm sorry." But Amelia shook her head. "Play," she said. He stared at her, confused. "Play what?" She touched the remaining keys. Only 8 were still intact, and whispered, "Anything. Just let the world know we're still here." Daniel, hands trembling, pressed a single surviving key. A thin, wavering note filled the ruined room. Another, and another. Outside, amid the rubble, rescuers heard the faint melody, a broken song rising from the dust. Hours later, the door was pried open and light spilled in. Amelia and Daniel were carried out, coughing but alive. As he looked back, he saw the ruined piano, keys covered in ash, still echoing in his mind. He turned to Amelia and whispered, "When the war ends, I'll build you another." She smiled, tears streaking her dust-covered face. "And when you do, I'll play again." In that promise, quiet, fragile, trembling, the world found a small, stubborn spark of hope.